Hello and welcome back to my channel, Ascending Luna. And in today's pick a card reading, we're going to be channeling messages from the universe, from your spirit guides, what they want you to know right now, especially because not the full moon, but the new moon in Gemini is happening on June 17th is like accumulating all this communication and conversations that need to come through. So you're going to be receiving a lot of messages via your dreams, via people that you communicate with on a daily basis. This new moon is also squaring Neptune, so there is this kind of like dreamy, hazy type of vibe along with it. And a lot of people say don't manifest during this new moon because of that aspect of the Neptune squaring off with this new moon. But I feel like you should do whatever hell you want. And I also ran across a astrologer who put it so beautifully. She says that this is a perfect time, a perfect energy to synthesize your words with your dreams. So using the power of your voice, the power of your thoughts, the power of your words to make your dreams a reality. All right, so I did compile 3 different piles here for you. Pile 1 is going to be with this card Trust. Pile 2 is going to be with this card Potential. And pile 3 is going to be with this Gateway card. Now, I will be providing timestamps along with anything about me, and my readings will be in the description box below. And I will see you at your reading. Welcome, pile number 1. And so you were drawn to the Oracle card Trust. And the first thing I got when I looked at that card was this very beautiful song lyric that I feel I resonate a lot with. I have it's the format on your porch, and the lyric is, "It's time to get out of the desert and into the sun, even though it's alone." Because here in this Trust card, you see that the person, the viewer, is standing on an island where it appears to be a desert, right? And this is kind of giving me the vision of a mirage where you might feel right now that things are not real in your reality, that the possibility of you, wherever you're at this point in time, the possibility of you getting out of that seems impossible. And your spirit team and the universe wants you to know that you need to start believing and trusting that things, believe in the impossible, believe in the things that you don't think could manifest or come true. Okay? With the law of love, your heart knows no bounds. It almost feels here too that you have kept your heart locked up in a cage because of past experiences and past relationships, whether it's romantic or platonic, that you have allowed your heart to be caged up. And your spirit team wants you to know that there needs to be a lot of work needed within your heart space or your heart chakra. And there is this need for you to believe again, to flourish again, to allow that magic that you once believed in to lead you in your path, to allow that magic again to lead you, because it almost feels like you were led astray for whatever experience that you have experienced that has left you in this very wounded and defensive and almost deprived sense, that you need to really understand that the hardship that you are passing through right now is going to pass, and that you will get past the mirage of whatever it is that distorted your reality. Okay? There could have been a situation where you saw something and you didn't see it for what it was, and it almost felt like you had rose-colored glasses in this situation. And so that almost kind of left you a little bit jaded. I'm almost feeling that I'm hearing that Aerosmith song, that Jaded song. So it's like I haven't heard that song in a long time. Yeah, but the message is coming through that you almost feel a sense of like jaded because something that you really had plans for did not come or did not appear to what you had wanted it to be. And a part of it has to do with that you had some sort of expectation about the situation, and the situation did not plan out the way you wanted it to. And so that could have left you very, in a sense, like, you know, I'm getting the word deserted. Like you might have been abandoned by a certain person, or you might have felt like you were left out in the cold with someone, or you had to remove yourself from someone's life. This is giving me heavy on like, this is an exterior part of you, so another person. But whatever this was, whatever that brought you magic and spark, and even though that person or that experience is no longer in your reality, it does not take away the fact that magic still exists, and that love still exists, and that you can still trust that the path that you're being led is the path for you. And on the clock, 444. So yeah. Yeah, so let's get a little bit more with some tarot, and we're gonna leave that, we're gonna make this message kind of short, but yeah, that's very insightful, Spirit. It was very insightful. Okay, what else does pile number 1 need to know? So the ironic thing about this is that with the new moon squaring off Neptune, there could be the sense of rose-colored glasses kind of type of view, especially in your conversation. So it almost feels here too that you're gonna have some sort of epiphany, some sort of realization that, okay, you know, shit, this really did hurt. Whatever the situation, whatever this thing that had happened, that yeah, it wasn't really what you wanted it to be, and it didn't really go as the way that you wanted it to go. But there's something that you cannot change, and that's okay. That's all right. That's okay. Oh, and there's 555 on the timer. So yeah, there's definitely here some sort of like you've been seeing a lot of angel numbers, you've been seeing a lot of synchronicities, and so it's kind of like your spirit team and the universe is trying to get your attention, and you're like, I don't want to listen, because you're still very in this very type of energy where your walls are up, and you're kind of peeved at the universe, you're kind of peeved at the experience that has left you so jaded. And so yeah, you see the 5 of Wands. Let's see what else. And Temperance, which is healing. And at the bottom of the deck, you've got Justice, which is Libra energy. And, Death, right? Oh, yeah. So I want to go ahead and pull a little bit more Oracle before I open my big-ass mouth. So let's see. What else, Spirit? That was fast. You got increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. A wish is granted. And Tower, solid foundation, success with effort. Okay. Whatever it is that you felt wasn't successful was for its purpose. Like, there is a purpose for something that didn't go according to plan. It has its purpose. It has its meaning to it. And sometimes, and I hate this, but sometimes people and situations come into our lives in order to direct us or pivot us into the right direction, because something within us needs to be worked on. Something within us needs to be addressed here. All right, so with the Ace of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands and Temperance, there is this resistance to healing, this resistance to ending a chapter. there's definitely here some sort of karmic cycle with the Justice card and the Death that you're resisting to, and it's coming to its, you know, its ending, and you're like, for the dear love of God, you're like holding on to it. There's a resistance to it, because at one point in your reality, whatever this was, whether it's a relationship or in a job, whatever this was that you're holding on to, was a potential, was something that you wanted to invest in, something that you thought was going to grow and bear fruit to your experience. And the reality is that it did not go according to what you really needed in your life. Okay? So whatever this was, whatever this wish was, whatever this situation was, it wasn't necessarily something that you needed for the long run. You needed it for that moment in order for you to learn to learn a lesson from it, because you're breaking away from something that you have done multiple times in your life. It could be that you attract the same love partner over and over and over again, and you finally met somebody that you saw yourself with that person for the rest of your life, and this person was only mirroring these really ugly things. And so you had the courage to walk away. If this is a situation, if this has to do with that, if this has to do with love, then, you know, there could have been some sort of disconnect between the both of you, and you guys had to part ways in order for you to grow and evolve, because something that you were doing was stopping you and keeping you stagnant. Okay? Now, when the solid foundation, success with effort, and the goldfish, again, I'm being more pointed out to the spiritual growth, that you have been going through a lot of spiritual growing pains, and it sucks, especially with the Death card, because it talks about transformation, and it's also about rebirth. And so it almost feels here too that you are shedding away an old part of yourself, and you're kind of mourning that, and it's okay to mourn it and mourn as much as you need, but it just feels like who you were then with whoever this person was, or whatever experience this was, is not who you are now. And so you have to see yourself. It's also giving me like the Six of Swords, and I want to kind of clarify something. Tell me a little bit more, Spirit, about this Trust card, please. Tell me a little bit more. Yeah, you see, you got the Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, and you got an Ace of Wands. So again, that magic, that spark again. There's a sense of you being like kind of standoffish about trusting the universe again, about allowing yourself to engulf in this journey, because you feel like you got burnt and you feel like you got screwed over, because whatever this situation was that you're holding on to, that you need to heal from, you have invested a lot in. Okay? And the thing is, when it comes to shit like this, it's hard. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh my God, like, you know, it's just super easy to heal, and healing is not linear. It's not. It doesn't go in a straight line. You have your ups and downs, and you have your days, and sometimes you'll be like, fuck this, you know, screw this. Like, why me? Like, why did this have to happen? Why did this person have to come into my life? Why did I have to go through this experience? And honestly, I don't have the answers. I do not have the answers for those type of things. But there's definitely here a sense that you know and you trust in the magic, but you're so guarded by it, especially with the Nine of Wands. You're so guarded and you're resisting against it, because you knew something was for you, but it just didn't go the way it needed to go. And it could be that, you know, let's say if it was a person, this person might need to grow in order to meet you at a certain level. right? Or a job, it would have been like, let's say it's your dream job and suddenly you got into it and it wasn't what you expected. And so maybe this was the pivot for you to take up on a hobby that you left behind and you can make some sort of income, or take up that, you know, take up new studies in order to elevate yourself into your career. Whatever it is, it just doesn't seem like things are set in stone, and it almost feels like you see things as black and white, as it this way or no way, all or nothing. And Spirit is saying, like, trust, let go and trust, and believe that anything is possible, that you'll be able to get to whatever it is that you need to get to, you'll be able to get there. And maybe the circumstances and the people might not look the same, but you'll get to wherever point in your life you need to get to. You just need to believe and let go. Okay, so that's what I got for you, pile number 1. If you like this, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in another reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the card Potential. Now, the oracle cards that came through with this card is you got Have Faith in Your Dreams, Waxing Crescent Moon, and then you also got the Lot of Giving and Receiving, Give away material belonging you love to someone. Now, I also got very heavy on this, synchronicities. So either you've been ignoring the synchronicities that the universe has been giving you, or you've been seeing a lot of synchronicities and you're kind of like side-eye. And I just heard like bombastic side-eye, criminal offense side-eye. Like, you're like, But the reason why I'm getting synchronicities here is because look at these 2 cards here. I'll bring them closer. It's literally the same freaking mountain. Literally the same freaking mountain with the clouds on the top and the snow on the very tippy top. And then you have butterflies on here, right? And then you also have a butterfly here. So you might be seeing a lot of butterflies. But yeah, but what I first got with this was that your mind is very clouded right now, okay? Extremely clouded. And with the Potential card, it almost feels here too that I get this vision too of like the energy of a volcano, like it's about to erupt, and like it almost feels like the world is standing still at this very moment, and there's so much that wants to come up and you just keep shoving it down. And there's also the sense of you suppressing the fact of your own potential, that you do not have faith in yourself, that you do not believe that you could overcome and receive and give what it is that you want, you deserve, you desire. There is this sense of suppression and this lack of, like, I'm getting like lack of, like, you feel there's a lack of worth within you, that you're not able to do something, that you'll never be able to live up to a certain type of potential in your life. Okay, you might be the type of person who you get a lot of people in your surroundings and in your experiences where they say, man, you have all this potential, man, you're so gifted, man, this, man. Like I keep hearing like all these like good compliments, and you keep shutting them down in your head. Like I keep seeing like I could literally hear somebody give you a compliment like, man, you're so good at this, and in your head you're like, I struggle, I suck at it, I'm not as good as so and so, I could be better. There's this inner critic within you that keeps you and your dreams in this haze. Okay, and it almost feels here with this energy that the new moon is bringing, where you need to allow those thoughts to kind of just be like they need to go, because they're not allowing you to walk the path that you need to walk, because you are doubting your every step and your every move. Okay, I'm gonna pull some tarot and then a little bit of oracle. So what else, Spirit? What else for this pile number 2? The Potential. Got the Knight of Pentacles. I'm getting heavy earth energy here. So Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Got the Page of Swords. And the Three of Wands. And I want to see one more, Spirit. One more. The Three of Swords. Okay. All right. You got 2 3s. So there's again that synchronicity, okay? There's that synchronicity. So there's definitely here something that you're trying to, like, I heard problem solve with this Knight of Pentacles. And you're trying to analyze something, that you're trying to figure something out. And the more that you think about it, the harder it seems to get, all right? With the Page of Swords, there's this need for you to rediscover and to come into some sort of awareness that the more you try to overanalyze something, the hazier the solution can be, because you're constantly thinking that you're not allowing your own intuition to step in and to guide you to the direction that you need to go through, okay? With the Three of Wands and the Three of Swords, there's definitely this sense of waiting for something to come in. Like you could be waiting for someone to give you the answers, but the answer is already within you. Especially here with the Rubik's Cube in this Knight of Pentacles, the answer, you already holding the answer. Nobody's going to come and give you the answer that you're seeking. All right. Nobody's going to give you either a closure or the solution. They're not going to hand it to you. You already have it, and you are choosing to ignore it because something in your existence has left you extremely wounded, especially with this Three of Swords. It could have been that you failed at something and you poured yourself into this investment and the investment didn't plan out. And so now everything you do, you feel like you're going to fail. And that's not how it works. You do not succeed on the first try. Not all the time. Okay, there's some certain times that you'll be like, you do it the right time, the first time, and bam, you got it. But I'm hearing like Spirit saying like, no, sometimes you have to try again in order for you to get it right. This is very analytical. Like you're very much more so of a critic within yourself about yourself and how you do things, because certain things did not go according to plan. Maybe it's the fact that you thought your life would be at a certain stage, wherever stage you're at right now. Maybe you thought you would be, at a certain point in your life and you're not there. It's for a reason. Whatever that reason is tailored to your own experience. So I am pulling for a bunch of people, but whoever this message is for, only you know the answer as to why certain things went the way that they went, because that's the way that your path was made. But by you kind of destroying and taking stabs at yourself for not being at a certain point in your life, or not being in a certain type of experience, a job, career, relationship, whatever it is, it's for a reason. And only you can answer that reason. Maybe, let's say by theory, like here's a theory. Let's say you really wanted to be an engineer, right? You were growing up, you're like, I really want to be an engineer. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. And I want to go to college, I want to do all that thing. And then something happened in your life that, man, really altered that. Maybe you couldn't go to college right away. And so you had to, get a job that you pay the bills. Maybe it was, a family situation that you had to fully invest in yourself, invest outside of yourself. And so now that you're finally at a point in your life, you're like, man, I want to go to school now. And you're like, okay, you get to school and you start taking courses for engineering class. And suddenly you're like, I don't want to do this. I definitely don't want to do this. And so you're trying to think like, what can I do? And maybe the path is you wanted to be a motivational speaker or a teacher. You wanted to be some sort of, you wanted to help. You want to be a humanitarian, because I'm getting that. I'm getting heavy on humanitarian, whatever it is. And let's just say that the reason why you didn't go to school when you were like 21 and you had to go to school now when you're 25 is because you needed to learn some sort of like, oh, engineering was in my path. My true destiny was being, a humanitarian, working in social work, whatever that is. Or maybe you met somebody and you're like, oh, this person's the love of my life. And then suddenly you guys part ways and you meet the love of your life literally when you're like, let's say 33. It doesn't matter. The thing is that things do not go according to our plan, because there's a bigger plan that the universe and your guides have for you. And I feel like that's kind of like a contradiction, right? Because it kind of plays with the whole free will kind of thing, but I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling here. So let me get a little bit more clarification, okay, from the Oracle. What else for this potential card? That was fast. Eagle, triumph triumph over troubles and obstacles. And that's my guides telling me, like, Monica, come on, just shut up and trust the messages that are coming through. Okay, yeah, whatever. You got vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. And then you got wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. There was that feeling that I was getting where you might feel that, like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? What am I doing? I thought I was going to be further in life, or I thought I was going to be in this relationship, or I thought. I keep hearing that. And it just feels here too that you are so much in your head, and you might be going through a very dark time right now because but you got 2 bird cards. So I feel here too that you need to see things from a bigger perspective. Okay. You need to understand that there is a big picture here that you're not seeing because you're so focused on the little quote unquote failures within your life, and you're not seeing the bigger picture. It could be that, let's say, for example, you had to take up a job that you didn't like, but you learned so much from that job, and you could take those skills and put it somewhere else in order to be more, not more qualified, but be like, take it as an advantage from other people like that don't have the same set of skills that you do. I think everything that is happening in your life is happening for a reason, and that message is going to come through very clearly for you in this new moon in Gemini, and also too, because Gemini is also known as this very like, bipolar type of energy. It's one thing, it's another. It's like very like woof energy. And hello, I'm a Gemini rising, so I would really know that how you're in your head a lot here, and how you're being very critical of you, that you are going to be successful. Trust that. Know that there's that potential within you. But the worry that someone is against you, the only person that is against you is you. Okay? The only person who is not at your corner is you, because you're so fixated on the lack and not fixated on the things that you have gained of what is to come, because things did not go according to plan. Okay? Your spirit team is very stern about this message, that you need to stop overthinking and see the badass bitch that you are. Okay? Excuse me, I like to cuss. I'm sorry, but just see yourself. It's like you forgot who the fuck you are, and spirit and your spirit team is like, yeah, you need to start seeing your potential. You need to have faith in yourself, and that you can overcome anything, that you can transform any situation, painful situation, and rise again. There's nothing stopping you except you. Okay? That's all I got. Pile number 2. If you resonated with this message, if you liked it, please comment down below, like and share and subscribe, and I will see you in another reading. Bye. Welcome, pile number 3, and you were drawn to this gateway card, and the first thing I got was that the Great Valley from the Land Before Time. When all the dinosaurs were migrating to this beautiful valley, and along the way they were being attacked and hunted down by a T-Rex. I'm pretty sure that was it. But anyways, to me, that type of energy, it feels like right now you are in survival mode. Right now you're being very hyper am I saying that right? Hyper vigilant, that you're being like super protective over yourself, that you're not seeing the fact that magical things are about to happen for you. Okay? With this card, you also got a new start is coming, new moon, the irony, and then you also got the law of secondary causation. Am I saying that right? I don't know. Somebody correct me in the bottom. Start reacting and start being the person you're always desired to be. You got the word start twice here. All right. There's definitely here something about you holding yourself back from allowing yourself to believe and to see yourself as this very magical and majestic type of person. You also got the jaguar right behind this individual here. And to me, like, the jaguar is like, aren't they like the fastest animal to run, right? They're like the super fast type of animal. They're so majestic, and the way that they move is like, it's almost like a fixation. Like you're watching those documentaries. Sometimes I get into those fits where I'm watching documentaries of animals, and I'm like watching them like do their animal thing. But anyways, I'm sorry. I think you don't see how magical you are, pile number 3. That there's definitely here, like, you overshadow yourself. You don't believe that you could be the person that you know you're capable of being, because you don't feel like you'll ever get to that great valley. You don't feel like you'll ever get to that part of yourself, of your path. There's something about you that is stopping you from believing in the magic that resides within you, pile number 3. There's definitely here a new start coming through for you, where you don't have to feel like life is not magical, where you don't have to feel that you can't have anything that you want, and you cannot be anything that you want. That time is coming, and it almost feels like you're like, I don't know if I want to step away from the ragged path, the rigid path that I'm on, because it's safe and it's comfortable. And you shining is uncomfortable, because it might be that your whole life you had to dim your light in order to appease people, in order to conform to your environment. And now it just feels like spirit and the universe are saying, like, you need to start reacting to experiences that have dimmed you, and start being the person that you are meant to be. And that type of energy is for you to shine. Okay, it's time for you to shine. I'm going to pull some tarot and an oracle, and let's see what else Spirit has to say. Let's see. Pile number 3. What else do they have to say? Oh, Jesus. You got the Three of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Ten of Wands. You got the the Six of Cups and the Strength card. Interesting. Strength. I was also getting that lioness type of energy, which is Leo energy here with the Strength. You got Three of Cups and the Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands here. And to me, it just feels, and then the Six of Cups. To me, there's a lot of childhood wounds that need to be tended to. A lot of things that have burdened you. A lot of things that I heard like that broke the camel's back. You have had a lot of responsibilities in your life where you had to put yourself to the side and take care of everyone else but yourself, where you had to put your needs and wants aside because you needed to take care of everybody else, or because you might have felt that your needs and wants were a burden to whoever it was that it was in your experience at that time, especially here in childhood. And so with that being said, you don't have to live that experience anymore. You don't have to put yourself aside, and you don't have to take anybody else's burdens and heartaches, because you are free. You have that ability now to be free of all the things that kept you down. Pile number 3. This is not who you are. And I can see that. I see this lion, this woman, like screaming at all this right here. You have had your voice suppressed for so long that you kept yourself mute. And you forgot that you had a voice because you were told to be quiet, sit there, be pretty, don't say that, don't be that. But your spirit team and spirit are saying, no, we're not doing this anymore. Pile number 3, we're going to stand up, and they're going to fucking hear us. Whoever this is, whatever experience this is, whatever it is that is fighting against your magic, use your voice to fight against it. Use that magic within you. There is something within you that has been dormant for so long that you forgot. You forgot that you had that gift. You forgot that you shined that way. That you forgot that you could be this person, that you could be this great valley, that you could be this great being, because people have projected their bullshit onto you. Pile number 3. And I'm telling you right now, you are free of it. You have been free of this for this long, and the narrative does not align with you anymore. Okay? It does not align. You need to let go of it. The burden is not for you to carry anymore. Okay? Let's see what else. This is very stern. Your spirit team is very like, as a matter of fact, we need to stop with this bullshit, because it's time to get the hell out of this funk. Okay? You got, let's see. You got fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. You got hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. You got dog, close up, pleasure with a close friend. You got a lot, actually. Door, opportunities are waiting for you. Bam. There's that great valley, that door that you need to step through. You got broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. And last but not least, you got sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. You got start 3 fucking times. What? You need to walk through that door. You need to allow that passion, that fire within you to burn. You cannot continue dimming yourself, pile number 3. You cannot. And with the hand and the dog here, I feel here, you have a close-knit group of friends, maybe one particular friend, or you have a very ferocious type of spirit guide who is trying to give you a hand in order to help you open the door for you to step and start being your true authentic self. The path and the things that have other relationships that have come to pass, and there's definitely here like the sense of like, I need to clarify this broken bridge. Tell me about this broken bridge, please. 8 of Cups. Yep. There's definitely here some sort of disappointments that you expected to happen and you had to walk away from. There's definitely here something, bridges that you have burnt with people that you keep on holding on to, that you have burned away, and you need to emotionally walk away because change is coming, and you can't just continue sitting here waiting for something that it has been removed from your path, that you had to either remove yourself from, or it has been removed for you. Okay, there's definitely here a new start coming in where you're being asked to step into your power, to step into that fighter that's within you, that you don't no longer have to allow people and experiences to continue to beat you down and hurt you, because you have that power, you have the control to walk away. And I'm hearing sirens right now. Like, I feel like you have known this and you've been receiving messages about it, and you have been alerted, and you continue to choose to ignore it because because the little voice inside your head that has been programmed inside of you from some other person continues to drown the very silent but very knowing intuition inside of you that is saying it's time to get up, it's time to be that light, it's time to be that person again, and not allow experiences and people to push you down because they're so fucking insecure about themselves, or because they don't like themselves, and so they use you as almost like a metaphorical punching bag. Okay, there's nothing wrong with you. If somebody doesn't treat you the way that you deserve to be treated, it's because they can't even meet themselves in that capacity, and it has nothing to do with you, and has everything to do with them. You don't have to allow yourself for mediocre crap anymore, or mediocre treatment. You don't have to make yourself small in order to make someone else big, because you can take up all the light in the room. You are the fucking light in the room, and you forgot, and it's time for you to remember. Okay, pile number 3. Excuse me, I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's time to ascend. It's time to ascend. It's time to get out of whatever funk you're at and allow this fresh new start to come in. Okay, that's all I got for you. Pile number 3. If you like this, if this message resonated, I would love to hear from you down in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in another reading. Bye.